So you probably spend a small fortune on things like face masks and fancy soaps just to feel clean. But in the animal kingdom, well, the best way to stay healthy might involve peeing on your own legs or eating your own waste. We're about to dive into some of the most bizarre and, let's be honest, seemingly disgusting habits that are actually high-tech survival strategies.
Right, so on one side, you've got our carefully curated, very expensive routines. And on the other, you have nature's version. I know, it looks pretty gross. But what if I told you these habits are way more sophisticated than anything you could ever buy? And that's really what we're getting at here. What looks totally filthy to us is actually genius in disguise.
All right, first up, we are going to tackle the creatures we instinctively think of as gross. We're going to look at the planet's janitors and see exactly why our definition of filthy needs a serious update. So let's kick things off with the vulture, a bird that, let's face it, usually inspires disgust. We see them as these dirty scavengers just circling over decay, but that perception couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, they are one of nature's most effective and, believe it or not, surprisingly sanitary cleanup crews. Every gross feature you're looking at here is actually a brilliant adaptation. You see their bald heads? Well, that's a super clever way to keep rotting meat from getting stuck in their feathers. And yeah, they pee on their own legs, but for a very specific reason. Their uric acid acts like a powerful sanitizer, killing off any nasty bacteria they might pick up. But the real superpower? That's on the inside. Get this, their stomach acid has a pH near 0. To put that in perspective, that's almost as corrosive as battery acid. It's so powerful it can dissolve anthrax, cholera, and even rabies. So they're not spreading disease, they are literally digesting it out of existence. They're sterilizing the entire environment one meal at a time. Okay, so we've gone from the skies right into our kitchens. The cockroach, the very symbol of filth, right? Nope. Prepare to have your mind blown, because cockroaches are pathologically, almost obsessively clean. They're constantly grooming themselves using these antimicrobial fluids they produce to kill off pathogens. And this quote, this just says it all. You think they're dirty. They think you're dirty. If you touch one, its first instinct is to bolt and frantically scrub your filthy human germs off its body. It's this total flip of the script. The thing we see as a pest that needs to be sanitized sees us as the big walking source of contamination. It's just a fascinating cycle of misunderstanding, isn't it? So, okay, rethinking what's filthy is one thing. But what about animals that totally embrace what we throw away? This next group takes recycling to an almost unbelievable level, turning what we consider waste into a resource that is absolutely vital for their survival. You think getting your daily greens is a chore? Try being a koala. Their entire diet is eucalyptus leaves, which are incredibly low in nutrients and, oh yeah, highly toxic. To deal with this, they've adapted by sleeping up to 20 hours a day just to conserve energy. But how on earth do they handle the poison? Okay, this is where it gets wonderfully weird. A baby koala, a joey, isn't born with the gut bacteria it needs to break down all the toxins in eucalyptus. So its mother produces a very special kind of poop called pap. It's rich in all those essential microbes, and she feeds it directly to her baby. By doing this, she's basically inoculating her child, kickstarting its entire digestive system so it can handle a lifetime of eating poison. It's literally a life-saving meal, just delivered in the most unexpected way possible. From koalas to another cute critter with a kind of dirty secret, the rabbit. These animals are absolute masters of efficiency, and their method involves a two-step digestive process that, well, might make you squirm a little. So here's the breakdown of this genius system. After a rabbit eats its food, the first pass through its system creates these soft, nutrient-packed pellets. Now, to make sure it doesn't waste a single vitamin, it then eats these pellets a second time, often right as they emerge. It's only after this second pass that it produces the hard final waste pellets we usually see. For an animal with such a high metabolism, this isn't gross at all. It's a brilliant, high-efficiency system for squeezing every last drop of energy from its food. And if you thought that was bizarre, hold on tight, because things are about to get even weirder. In this quickfire round of nature's oddest hacks, you're gonna see that when survival is on the line, there is absolutely zero room for etiquette. Believe it or not, some turtles pee through their mouths. The Chinese soft-shelled turtle has these specialized gill-like structures in its throat that let it excrete waste. It just dips its head in the water, rinses, and spits it out.
It's way more efficient than using kidneys, especially if you live in salty water where fresh water is hard to come by. And it doesn't stop there. Certain Australian river turtles have actually evolved the ability to absorb oxygen from the water directly through their backside. Yeah, you heard that right. They can basically breathe through their butt. This incredible hack lets them stay underwater for hours, even days at a time. It just goes to show you, nature will always find a way, no matter how strange it looks to us. So, after going through all these wild examples, what's the big takeaway here? What have we learned? It's that what we call gross is very often just nature's high-tech playbook for survival.
Let's just reframe everything we've seen. Vultures aren't just peeing on themselves, they're using biological sanitizers and disease-proof stomachs. Koalas aren't eating poop, they're administering gut-building probiotics. And rabbits aren't being gross, they're running high-efficiency recycling systems. These are brilliant, highly evolved solutions.
And that really puts our whole self-care routine into perspective, doesn't it? I mean, we think we're so advanced with our lotions and our hand sanitizers, but these animals were perfecting these biological technologies long before our own distant ancestors were even a rat-sized bug eater in the evolutionary chain. Their self-care is ancient, it's battle-tested, and frankly, in a lot of ways, it's way more sophisticated than ours. You know, it all makes you wonder, what else have we gotten completely wrong? What other things in nature that we see as ugly or flawed or just plain disgusting are actually brilliant designs that we just haven't understood yet? It's definitely something to think about.